Well, hello and welcome to Truth in Media, where we dissect the media to get to the truth. And so what we're talking about today is Mea Culpa, Kelly Rowland's sex scene in the Tyler Perry movie. And I wanted to talk about this because it is a concern of Christians that everything that we do, we should be doing it for Christ, right? And so this is one of the most important things that we can do as Christians, is especially in this particular time, is to shine our light. The question that I have is Tyler Perry shining his light, and obviously he's shining a different light to a different group of people in this movie, because according to Tyler Perry, he did want this to be an erotic movie. I remember watching portions of the movie with my wife, and I would see the scenes in the Tyler Perry movie and think that, okay, he's moving closer and closer to more sadistic and also more behavior that is who he really is, because he started out with a mammy and a black mammy, a man dressed as a woman, right? And so then that was an abomination, and then he moved on from one thing to another to actually blaspheming God in the words that were used in many of his plays, and then making fun of holy things. So his character has not really been showing or shining the light as what we would think a Christian should shine their light as. I just kind of didn't see it that way when I first began to see Tyler Perry, and he came to the St. Louis area, and he used to perform at the Fox Theater, and also got a chance to see him in Texas. But when he first started out, all of his plays were mostly centered around Christian themes, ideas that, of restoration and repair of people's lives. And so he played to a larger Christian audience when he first started. But now there seems to have been this shift in Tyler Perry, that he is now playing to a more general audience. And what we come to expect is no different than what we see with any other movie, only it's Tyler Perry who's doing it, right? We see the same kind of worldliness in his movies that we see in many of the popular films today. And so the question is, who is Tyler Perry making this movie for? Before, we also had some concerns about Tyler Perry's previous movies where, in Temptation, there was a lot of sex and sexual innuendo. But then this movie actually takes the cake, and I'm telling you, there are some scenes in this movie that are close to soft porn. You're watching a strapping young man with the Kelly Rowland playing the part of, Mea Culpa, who is a lawyer, having sex, and that's the only thing I could say, excuse me, but she's having sex with a guy outside of marriage, and then also exposing the bodies of these people, just naked scenes in which, they both are exposed, and there couldn't be anything left to the imagination. All of this is done to a group of people who are Christians, and many of the people, from what I've heard, are shocked, and they have actually turned off Tyler Perry. And there's a lot of people who possibly have turned him off years before this, but right now you can see that the handwriting is on the wall for Tyler Perry in terms of his future and his ability to speak to the Christian community. It was not too long ago, again, that Tyler Perry was also mixed up with T.D. Jakes, who is also taking a fall in terms of his involvement with worldliness, right? And you can possibly remember that Tyler Perry went to T.D. Jakes' church, which is something that James talks about, that if a man of high, with a lot of money comes to your church, he is to actually sit with the rest of the parishioners and not sit up front. But when he went to T.D. Jakes' church, obviously T.D. Jakes saw him as a highly esteemed and valuable celebrity walking into his door. So T.D. Jakes gave him the microphone, and he began to anoint T.D. Jakes and pray over T.D. Jakes, and T.D. Jakes was falling on the ground, and as if Tyler Perry was some prophet or something. And all of the people in Dallas were applauding at that particular time. I don't know if they knew where this was going to be going, or nor did they care, because again, in the black community, when you're successful, a lot of times people see that success as only coming from the Lord rather than from the devil. And we both know that, success can come both from God, and then worldly success can come from the devil. And the devil can give you all these things, as he's told Jesus. He said, all these things I'll give you if you just bow down and worship me. Well, it seems that Tyler Perry has bowed down and worshiped the devil. It seems that that's what he's doing in his latest movies and releases. It'd probably be a better idea at this point in time now to just say, hey, look, I'm no longer part of the Tyler Perry band. But anyway, you let me know what you think about it. Again, I'm not recommending that you see the movie if you have not seen it. It's on Netflix, but I'm not really recommending it because it is soft porn. This is my opinion. You let me know what you think. Maybe you think I'm being too judgmental and that the acting, they're just actors and it really doesn't matter. But again, for Truth in Media, I'm Vincent Rhodes, signing off.